What's good, everybody? It's your brother Mad Black, the most dangerous and the most toxic black man on the internet, and I am black up in your face again with some more pro-black commentary. So, the power elites have spoken in the Democratic Party, and they have kicked Jim Crow Joe Biden to the curb. They found that he couldn't cut the mustard, or better yet, should say that there's probably no more mustard left on Mr. Jim Crow Joe Biden. He's lost it all. He's lost the mustard, the mayonnaise, and everything else. That brain just stopped working at least a good 2 or 3 years ago. And it became scarily apparent during that debacle of a debate. So, Joe did the best he can and talked as much senile old man trash as he could and said he wasn't going anywhere. But then the power elites within the liberal and democratic side of things said, did you forget who you work for, Joe? Step your old ass down, go have some prune juice, and go to Shady Acre somewhere. We need a new nominee, okay? And they have chosen Kamala Harris. I know they didn't really want that, but, when you're given lemons, I guess you got to make some Indian lemonade, I guess, right? So they have chosen Kamala Harris to be their heir apparent and run for the office of President of the United States. And already they've been working their propaganda magic on black people. So first of all, let me just say this. I'm tired of seeing Kamala Harris already. Like, I'm tired of seeing these ads where she's begging me for money. No, you're not getting any money from me, Kamala. I'm not giving any money to you, just like I didn't give any to Joe, just like I didn't give any to Donald Trump. I'm not giving you guys any money, all right? There's a new black-owned chicken spot that just opened up in my neighborhood. I'm going to give my donation money to that. They need it more than you do, all right? And I'll actually get something from it. At least I'll get a chicken sandwich. I won't be getting anything for my vote or my donation if I give it to Kamala Harris. I'll get absolutely nothing. And I know some Negroes are cool with that because there are a bunch of black men and black women who have given millions of dollars to Kamala Harris just within like the last week or so, right? Just in the last week, they've made sure that they dumped as much money as they could. And I know who it is already. I know it's a bunch of bougie Negroes, a bunch of Negroes who, they thought that, they have some sort of camaraderie with Kamala Harris, and they like to hang around at little dinner parties and stuff like that, and, do their little tap dances and sorority and fraternity dances and pretend that they're Greek. So they're the ones that probably gave a lot of that money, a lot of the shills, a lot of the ones that you see now trying to demonize any black person who has decided that they don't want to support Kamala Harris. And they keep on, putting all this propaganda out there about her being a sister and she's black and you need to support this sister. And if you're a black man that doesn't support this black woman, you're a sorry black man and you're a sad black man, and black women need to step up to the plate and support this sister. No. That's we're gonna stop with that. And see what's interesting is they've been pushing this propaganda so hard that she's black like us. She's black like us. To the point where they've even gotten ridiculous. Like, they're starting to recycle old videos from when she first ran for president. Does anyone remember that? Before the whole situation with when Joe Biden got the nomination, Kamala Harris actually tried to run for president, and her campaign failed miserably. She bombed out of that one, right? But there was a time where she did that, and they were doing all these ridiculous social media videos where she talks about how, she's buying jazz albums and eating fried chicken and collard greens and dancing every goddamn where, listening to Cardi B and all this other stuff. So a lot of those videos have started recycling on social media and a lot of those images as well. And they're trying to push this whole idea that she's a sister just like you. She's black just like you, right? And, the harder that they do that, the more obvious it shows to me that she's not black. right? Like when you go so ridiculous with it and you make everything about being black a stereotype, that's how I know she's not black. Also, you know, that's not an indicator as to why we should vote for her anyway. Okay? It doesn't matter that just because she somewhat looks like me, that doesn't mean she should get my vote. What kind of nonsense is that? See, they're playing the same nonsense that they play with Barack Obama. Well, he kind of looks like you, so you need to give up your vote to him. He's kind of like you, give him your vote. No, we got screwed over with Obama because we thought like that the last time. So why should we do the same thing with Kamala Harris? Her being doesn't matter really what she is. She's not going to do anything for us. She's not promising us anything. She's never said that she wanted to do anything to help black people. In fact, she gets very indignant and makes it sound like she's she's doing harm if she does give something just to black people. Now, if it's the Jews, if it's the immigrants, if it's Asians, anyone else, she'll do something specifically for them. But when black people ask her for something, it's no, I'm not going to do anything just for black people. So it's like, why should I do anything for you if you're not going to do anything for me? And you pretending to be my kinfolk, that's definitely, it's gotten to the point where it's getting disrespectful. And anyway, let's just clear the air. She's not black, all right? I know people keep trying to point to her father and saying her father is black or whatever, right? To keep trying to say like, oh, her father is black, Jamaican, and her mother that's Indian. No, her father is Indian too, all right? There's been people talking about this before, like when they met her parents and how they both identified as Indian. They just happened to live in Jamaica. Jamaica is a country, and really Jamaican is, it's a culture, but it's also more of like it's a nationality, and more of like a cultural thing. There are different types of people that live in Jamaica, just like there are different types of people that live in the United States. Like I've met Korean girls, like girls who are Asian from Jamaica, and they talk the same slang and use a lot of the same terms and words and have the same accent as like someone you would see at a dance hall, right? Some of them like to hang out at dance halls. They listen to the same type of music. So you can be raised in a certain place and have a certain nationality and still be a different race though. So Kamala is an entirely different race. She's still Indian, all right? Just because her father has dark skin doesn't mean that he's black, all right? There are dark-skinned people in India, right? There's heavy racism and caste systems over there and how they see people with dark skin. So, you have to be careful when you want to support these types of people that come from these types of lineages where they actually hate dark skin, and then you want to put them in a position of power and say that they're like you just because they look like you. No, they're not. Okay? And once again, Kamala is not black. All this nonsense about her having a black father, that doesn't mean anything. And once again, that's even if she was black, that's still not a basis for me voting for her. That's still not a reason for me to vote for her being black. That's ignorant. So don't you find that peculiar that white people will tell you all day long that you don't just support somebody for their skin color, but now that's what they're doing with Kamala Harris. Now that's what they're pushing. They're saying, well, she's like you, so you need to vote for her. What kind of trash is that? You see how they contradict themselves? And the other time they'll say you can't just choose somebody because of their skin tone. But now with Kamala Harris, now that's the propaganda. They're telling you that you need to vote for this person because they're black like you and they have dark skin like you. It's insulting. It's disrespectful. And it's definitely something that black people should not follow. And I'm glad to see that there are a lot of black people not falling for it. All right. And, when you got these bougie boule Negroes trying to shame us into voting for her, don't listen to them either. Because a lot of them are just hoping to get a paycheck or a spot in her cabinet or get some extra butter biscuits under the table. That's all these Negroes want. They're no different than these MAGA, musty, mutant Negroes who support Donald Trump. And all those fools get is a red hat that says "Make America Great Again." That's all those Negroes get for their vote. And, they get to hang out with white folks. So that's why, I don't trust these bootlicking conservatives or these bootlicking liberals either. All right. Both of them are just as mixed up and sick in the head and are just doing things that are self-serving but has nothing to do with helping or serving the black community. So you folks let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. I very much like to hear what you have to say about this Kamala Harris con job 2024 edition that's going on right now. And are you going to waste your time and waste your vote by giving it to her? Now, when I say this, this is not an endorsement of Donald Trump. Okay? I'm not supporting either one of them. All right? So you guys can let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. And this is Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on a devil's back.